Allahu 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 Allah Allahu Allahu Allah Bismillahirrahmanirrahim جاء الحق وزهق الباطل إن الباطل كان زهوقا وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارا.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, on the subject Answering David Wood, Contradictions in the Quran. Contradictions in the Quran. In his introduction, he gave us his first problem about the Quran. He claimed that the Quran had given a silly argument due to a verse in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 82 of the Quran.
Than Allah, they would surely have found therein much contradictions. So, why does it have to be much, right? Well, why not a little or a few?
And they will not find any, not much. Why much?
One example of a contradiction. You would find one error, one discrepancy or something like this, but it's not, you would find much. So that's question number one. Why does it have to be a lot?
Let us listen to the verse.
أفلا يتدبرون القرآن ولو كان من عند غير الله لوجدوا فيه اختلافا كثيرا.
This verse is referring to the non-Muslims. The word used for the translation is there. This verse is used to compare between the Quran and the other religious books, especially Bible. There is not only one contradiction in the Bible. According to the Jehovah's Witnesses in their Awake magazine dated 8 September 1957, there is no less than 50,000 errors in the Bible. Therefore, this verse used the word much to refer the other religious books, like the Bible. It is used to prove that how matchless is the Bible compared to the Quran, because within the Bible there is much contradictions, not a little or a few.
Same.
Exactly.
So if I could write a book right now that contains nothing but true statements, right? I could name statements. I could give statements about geography or something like this, different countries or something like that, history. You could even give just straightforward mathematical statements. I could start and write 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. And I could write an entire book like that contains no contradiction whatsoever, no error, no discrepancy. And according to the Quran, that would make it the word of God, and that would make me a prophet, which would make Islam false because there would be a prophet after Muhammad. But here again, Muslims only apply this kind of reasoning to the Quran. They'll look at this and say, yes, what a great argument. And I'll say, okay, I'll give the exact same argument for something else to show that I'm a prophet. And they'll say, no, that's an awful argument. Suddenly their ability to reason through an argument and to spot flaws will kick in. But it doesn't kick in when they're examining the Quran.
True. And also, the idea of contradiction, like you said, you can even write a novel that doesn't contain truth, but just a novel, and you do not contradict yourself in that novel. Does that make the novel also an inspired writing and you are a prophet?
It must be according to the Quran. Or the Quran's wrong. In other words, think about this. If this is a bad argument, if this is a silly argument that we can't take seriously after examining it, then this is God offering a bad argument, right? And if this is God offering a bad argument, that's saying something about what you believe about God.
Look at the word used in the verse. It is there. It is referring to the non-Muslims. So, this verse has nothing to do with your novel or mathematical statements. Why? Because even a Muslim can write a novel or a book without contradicts themselves. So why did Quran use the word there if the verse simply can be used to compare with a normal book? In conclusion, this verse is used to compare between the Quran and the other religious books such as the Bible.